still telling them we're going to go and try and get maximum points for the next 2 games. Whether we're 20 points out of the playoff race or not, the way we're trying to build things around here is we give it a maximum every single game. It doesn't matter. I mean, you know me well, so no, we'll not be changing our philosophy. We won't be, leading in guys and giving guys a chance to see out the last couple of games of the season. Well, if we weren't in it, so for us, we're going to try and look to get as many points this year as possible.
John, what disappointed you most about tonight?
I think we never came out and started with the zest and the enthusiasm and the mobility that I expected us to, which was a little bit disappointing, and still just gave up one cross set piece, which I didn't think was a foul to begin with. They have one shot at goal in the first half and one shot at goal second half. Apart from that, for us, basically playing in second gear, I thought it was one-way traffic the whole night, to be honest with you. At the end of the day, when they went 2-0 up, they just sat everybody back, which is what you do at this time of year. You see out the game in a professional manner, and that's what they did. But up until the second goal goes in, I think there was only one team in it, and I still didn't think we were playing to the best of our ability.
Early in the game, Salzizo went down in the box. Should that have been a foul?
I don't know, to be honest with you. The fans all reacted, but fans always react when there's contact in the box, so I couldn't really tell you. I was disappointed in the second half where there was like 8 or 9 tactical fouls in a row when we were breaking, and the referee never pulls a yellow card. So it was like 17 fouls to 7, and 9 in a row came in the second period of the game where we're trying to press on, we're breaking away, we're getting behind the midfield players, and they're just pulling us down, and that's like, okay. He was more concerned that drawing his little fancy designs on the field at times. I was absolutely bemused by his decisions at times.
John, do you think it was a situation, you were saying you came out flat, that the series of games that they've been playing, these pressure games, may have taken a toll on them mentally?
No, I don't think so, because every game here is a pressurised game. I go back to the Vancouver reserve game, when you get 10,000 people turning up for a reserve match on a Sunday morning. We don't play small games, no disrespect to anybody. We're one of the best clubs in the country off the field. We as players, as coaching staff, need to make us one of the best clubs in the country on the field. You can only talk about great teams. Great teams win championships, win trophies. We have a great fan base, a great club, great owner. We need to bring greatness on the field and create a history for ourselves, so this is what we're trying to build here.
Do you think maybe the team, because it looked like Houston came out very physical, from I think the 5th minute where Moffitt and Juiceberry collided, does your team shrink from that, or do you think?
No, I don't think so. That's I know Houston very well. It's a big part of the modern game. If you're not physical and you don't have desire and hunger, to close your opponent down and win tackles, then you ain't going to win games. And that's Houston's big part of Houston's game. It's a big part of mostly successful teams' games, that when you don't have the ball, you're going to have to be aggressive. So I don't have a problem with that.
Did you feel that first goal kind of took the wind out of your team's sails a little bit?
No, because I don't think we had enough wind in our sails. I think it was a little bit of a shock. There's no doubt about that. You can just hear the crowd go quiet for that, split second, and then they get bang at it. For me, I think the players have put in a tremendous amount of effort this year. I'm absolutely sick for the fans. Could you see the reaction after the game? It was tremendous. I know that if I was born and raised in Portland and I wasn't the head coach of this football club, I would be in the Timbers Army, having a few beers, having a few tattoos, and I would have a great time in there. So for me, I'm absolutely, devastated for them tonight that we couldn't put on a better performance and come away with a win at home.
What happened with Mike Chabala when he went down?
I think it was a 40-60 challenge. Basically, Danny Cruz came in a little bit late and just laid them out. But that's what happens at this time of year. I know Danny well. He's a great little competitor. He'll never score a goal like that in his life again. I know that for sure, 100%. But as I say, it's part and parcel of the game. You've got to be ready to play, especially in big games at this time of year.
He scored that goal off of Chabala. Was Chabala a little bit shaken up and not closing down on?
No, I don't think so. I think he just came inside onto his left foot and pulled the trigger, and as I say, it flies in the back of the net. It's like the one that Darlington scored. He'll probably never score another goal like that with that quality in his life again.
One more, please.
Is Sal hurt?
Yeah, he tweaked his knee a little bit. That was the reason we took him out. It wasn't because he was playing poorly or anything. We just feel that he just felt that his knee was a little bit banged up and couldn't go.
Thanks, everybody.